Hello, my little friends. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going over even more of the Max Brown beef because a lot has happened since the last couple of junctures that have been uploaded. So let's just get right into this video. So, where do I even begin? I feel like YouTube is probably the best place to start because YouTube is like the catalyst for like Max's, junctures and stuff like that, and Max has been really going through some interesting things, I feel like, ever since the two videos, and actually, let's just react to Rich's video, top 10 reasons why Max Brown is losing the beef. I really like the thumbnail, by the way. I would like to point it out, and stay tuned, guys, because after we react to Rich's video, I'm going to be letting you guys in on some classified information that I don't even think Rich knows. So I would like to say though, real quick though, that okay, I think we're a little bit, we're a little bit involved in the juncture community here.
Hey guys!
And the thing I would just like to say real quick is over the weekend I actually was on an undercover mission. I actually ended up going to Max's house, and I was actually gaining some information on Max while watching the NFC Championship. By the way, stick around because later on Jalen Hurts is going to give his point of view on how he feels about the Max Brown situation. Jalen Hurts did say that Max Brown trying to expose Rich the Human and Littleferger inspired him to go out there and drop 55 points on the Commanders, which is just absolutely incredible. It's like, basically, if you think about it like this, I would say it's like the equivalent of getting a delicious treat. It's something that the whole entire family can enjoy. It's like playing Monopoly, like a Monopoly board game with your family, if that makes any sense. And you're just playing the pieces, stuff like that, just enjoying yourself. And yeah, you know what? I mean, I really enjoyed. I'm one for peace. And I don't want to, come down here and, try and destroy Max's reputation or anything. Because Max is a good kid, deep down. And, this is what I just go back to saying is, I really do believe Max has been hacked by somebody and is being controlled. So, I just want to help Max, by spreading awareness. Now, tomorrow, what I'm thinking is going to happen is I actually think Mr. Brain Games is going to cure Max by doing the Brain Games stance. And the Brain Games stance is really just one of my favorite dances of all time. I'll have I might actually end up uploading like a YouTube short showing you guys how to do the Brain Game stance. And I think if we all do it at the same time, we can cure Max, which would be really awesome. Anyways, by the way, this video is sponsored by Dragon City, so link will be in the description to that game. And let's just get right into the video.
Guys, it's Rich Naomi here, back with another video.
I like how Rich always gives a greeting. Me and him are very similar. Let me just go ahead and like this real quick. Thank you. And let's leave a comment as well. We wanna try and get as many people as possible to know about what's going on with Max. I'm gonna say nice article, And okay, so here's what we're gonna do basically. So right here, what we have is. By the way, and as I was saying, I like how Rich really greets his viewers. It really, it makes you feel welcomed at home. Let's get right back into it.
Now I was just watching one of the greatest videos on the internet. Look at this and look. This
is a Verbal Ace 50K Hasman Hotel it's a really, really interesting video. And it's interesting. That's all you have to really say about it. The perfect video for exposing Max. Or, I don't know if this is technically exposing, and this is more like trying to help Max. But, yeah, it's a good video. Definitely one that I would say can definitely help out the newer generation of, kids. And I'm an avid supporter of children, don't get me wrong. Like, if I see a child, I'm not just gonna stand there and leave them by themselves. I'm the type of person who likes to go over and, make them feel, welcomed. And I just feel like that's really something that we need in this age, is we really need to, take the initiative to, extend a helping hand to everybody. Yeah, I mean, that's what I just think we have to do.
They're dancing.
I really like how Rich includes here that they're dancing because, you know, for some people who are, you know, who can't, like, see because of, like, you know, eye problems, like blindness and stuff like that, Rich, you know, verbally telling them what's going on paints the picture of, like, okay, well, now I can imagine what's happening.
You're dancing.
I do really like this part of the juncture, by the way.
Isn't that beautiful?
I would say it is. I feel like I'm pausing a little bit too much, so I'm gonna try and refrain from, you know, doing these acts.
Alright, so then I just, you know, I remember that, like,
Okay, so what we got going on right here is one of quite interesting. So, if you don't actually know, Verbal Ace is actually a good friend of mine. Verbal Ace's real name,
Chris Scudder.
I just wanted to let you know that.
I just remembered, you know, I promised you guys another Max Brown expose video, alright? And, you know, it's very irresponsible of me to, you know, forget about that, you know? We played 9 Months Idol early today, and, you know, I think it's okay. Okay, I think it's,
Okay, so, I don't know what this part of the juncture is all about. This is really, really interesting.
okay, we gotta, I think it's time to move on. So anyway, here's my next Max Brown video. This is the top 10 reasons why Max Brown is losing the beef. Of course, the beef with me, the beef with Brandon, everybody, right? Really, the whole world. Alright, so. At number 10, he's a ginger. Now, you know, usually whenever people are born as a ginger...
And Rich makes a really good point here. Yeah, because Quince Apple, you know, number 10, him being a ginger. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being ginger. You know, I'm one all for, you know, the ginger aesthetic, but it's just like, it's probably got the least aura out of all the different hair colors.
You're already, like, by default, you're already, like, losing. You already, like, took a loss in life, right? You're already, like, losing somewhat, right? And you gotta, like, come back from that. You know, some people have, some people haven't, you know? And Max Brown, I'm not even sure if he's really ginger now that I look at him. I don't even know, but...
And Rich, I do just want to let you know is, Max is actually wearing a wig. He's already balded at the age of, I think he's 16, maybe 17. So yeah, unfortunately Max did end up balding though. So he is wearing a wig, and I don't know if people are supposed to know that or not, but it's okay. It's better to tell the truth.
You know, he's one of the people that haven't came back from being a ginger. You know, he hasn't, you know, dealt with that struggle particularly well, in my opinion. And it's one of the reasons why he's losing this beef. And number 9, of course, my original exposed video on him. You know,
by the way, this was a really good video. I will be linking this video down in the comment section below because it is a very real and good video.
I don't know why it says, I think I lost like 20 views on the video. I had 47 the last time I checked. I don't know what happens. I guess. And
Rich, what I'd like to say to that is Max actually was trying. Max was stealing views from your video so that way he could try and like hide himself from being exposed. Now, it's not really. It's a really dishonorable act, but I'm gonna let it slide because, you know, I feel like everybody makes mistakes in their life, and like I said, I'm pretty sure Max has been hacked. Now, who do I believe he's been hacked by? Well, I'm going to show you some potential candidates I believe Max has been hacked by. The first person we're going to look up is, I just want to go ahead right here and show you. So, the first person we're going to bring up is Baxter Stockman here from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I do believe that Max has been hacked by him. Yeah, as you can see here, this is the culprit. Now, he looks like your average Joe Schmo, but In all reality, he is very far from it, and yeah, it's really, really interesting. You know, how people can be smart and use their smarts for the wrong thing. Now, that's just one person, one candidate that I have. The next candidate I have is, let's see, shoot, what's his name again? Yes, Lord Business, that's who it is. I believe Max could have also been hacked by Lord Business because, you know, Lord Business, he's known for doing some, you know, kind of shady things, but redeeming himself. Which, I'm not technically sure if it could be him, but depends on which type of Lord Business we're getting, to be fair. Yeah. And then, the third and final person I believe Max could have been hacked by is, I think Max could have been hacked by Gia. I believe Max was hacked by Gia, and if you don't know, Gia stands for Gemological Institute of America, so that's one of the final ones I believe that Max could have been hacked by. Anyways, let's get right back into this juncture.
Some people, Max Brown, you know, he's docking my views. I don't know, but you know, but anyway, you know, this video, it really brought to light everything. I mean, all stuff was already going on, but it really brought to light, like, to the general public, what was really going on, you know, behind the curtains. And of course, number 8, Brandon's piling on, you know.
By the way, if you don't know who Brandon is, that's me. I guess you could say I'm probably Brandon. I think that's a fair assumption to make, that I would be Brandon. There is a couple people who don't believe that I am Brandon, and that's completely fine, because even I don't know if I'm Brandon, so yeah, nobody really knows who Brandon actually is. Brandon is... How do I even explain this? Brandon is like a mysterious entity, somebody who really only shows up every once in a while. There's like if you really want to figure out who Brandon is, you have to do a special method to summon him, which requires magnesium and, you know, some other stuff. Yeah, but that's not important.
After I made my video, Brandon, you know, had the great idea of releasing 2 20-minute bangers, you know, further exposing him. He even got into some allegations that I wasn't even aware of. These allegations that he's at the stealing Power Patty formula, the Roblox allegations, you know, bad stuff. You know, his secret online alias, his potential of having a split personality disorder. You know, at that juncture, I wasn't really aware of that, right? So it's really good. And of course, number 7, the extremely flawed.
Yes. So this is definitely something that we have to talk about. This is, you know, the whole thing where Max's exposed video, which, by the way, I was able to see where Max did do the exposing video, and, you know, his headquarters are pretty interesting, I'll tell you that much. But I was able to, you're probably wondering, Brandon, how did you get in? Oh, well, I mean, I guess I'm not technically Brandon, so. But am I? Oh, dang it, dude. We'll say for today's video I'm Brandon, but, alright, so anyways, what I want to say here, though, is, yeah, going back to, you know, how did you end up sneaking into Max's, you know, headquarters, because that's a pretty big thing to pull off. Well, let's just say it all started thanks to Jalen Hurts. And, you know, this is really gonna shout out the black community for, you know, really accepting me as one of their own. You know, it's like one of the, like, have you guys just ever woke up in the morning and you just hear the birds chirping and you just think, wow, it would be a great day to, you know, go on a mission to check out the headquarters where your exposed video happened. Well, that was me. You know, it was the day of the big Eagles game. You know, I was really, really excited. Very excited, I should say. And Jalen Hurts calls me up because, you know, me and him are friends on Reddit. And he calls me on Reddit, and he's like, "Hey, yo, Brandon, I got a lead for you, man." I'm like, "Whoa, Jalen, what you mean? I'm not even trying to do any hitman businesses or anything like that. You know, it's been a while." And he's like, "Nah, man, I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about, you know, that guy Max who made the exposing video about you? Yeah, I got a lead on where he is." So I was like, "Oh, okay." I was interested in the juncture of his juncture. After that, you know, he manages to get me into Max's own headquarters. And, you know, everything goes good, you know. I'm actually celebrating with Max. So, this is where it's, like, very flawed, though. Or, like, this is where I'm not really sure how the beef is going to go. I don't actually have beef with Max anymore, because me and Max are chill like that. But I'm more just making this video just because I'm, like, here to try and save Max. And, yeah, but, you know, me and Max were celebrating, you know, the Eagles game because we were very excited, you know. Also, that's why my voice, may sound a little bit messed up a little bit. It might not, but I have lost my voice a little bit because I was, like, screaming because I was very excited when the Eagles, you know, won and when they got some of their big touchdown plays and stuff like that. So, you know, it's all a part of the, you know, the story. But anyways, I did see where Max did record the video. Now, what's interesting about this is when I brought it up, Max was like, he was laughing about it, and it sounded like a nervous laugh. Like, you can kind of pick up on, like, tones and stuff like that, because I had digital literacy, so I can kind of understand, like, tones. And it sounded like he was nervous when I brought it up. But that is, you know, just one thing that I did want to bring up, though.
Response video that he made. Sorry, I had to pause the video. But, you know, as you remember, my 40-minute bomb, and you may be wondering, Richard Human, why didn't you just put his thumbnail like these two, right? Why didn't you just put the video, right? You'll get into that soon, right? But, you know, just incredibly poorly made. You know, he clearly was in a rush. He clearly saw the allegations and, you know, was in a rush to get to our respond. And, you know, whenever you're in a rush to do something, it never goes well. You know, unless you're me, obviously. But obviously, Max Brown is not me, right? Anyway, number 6, unlisting the response video. You know,
Yeah, so this was kind of the craziest part to the whole thing, is that Max ended up unlisting his video, which is definitely interesting, to say the least. I'm not really sure what was going on all there at that time, obviously, because, you know, I still did end up seeing the video, but it was unlisted, and I don't know if Max, you know, so like I said, and back to what Rich said, and, you know, what I also brought up, Max does have split personalities, I believe. I believe one personality is, like, Max's alter ego, which is his evil side, which is the one that, you know, has been doing all these bad things. The other side is, like, a good Max. Like, good Max. There's good Max and evil Max. And good Max and evil Max are fighting each other currently right now to see which one will take control of Max's body. And when the evil Max posted the video, good Max unlisted the video. So you can still see that Max is a really good kid, but he's trapped, chained by the evils inside of him. And that's why we really just need to pray for Max. And honestly, let's just say an Our Father right now for Max. So, let's just get straight into this. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Alright, and just right there, guys, what happened there is, I slowed down a little bit because I was getting a delicious treat freeze, but we're good now with the help of some assistance. I have a couple of assistants here with me, a little bit of helpers. They will remain like anonymous just because they want to, but they're helpers. They're always like the little ones that you want to bring along. If you've ever seen Alice in the Wonderland, the very old one with like Alice and the March Hare and the Chester Cat, and you would understand what I'm talking about.
I touched upon this in my 40-minute bomb on him, but unlistening response video, right? Unlistening drama video. When's the name one popular like YouTube drama where one of the biggest videos?
By the way, Esbitos means Max in Spanish.
Was unlisted at the time of the release. Obviously, Content Cop, that was after, right? It has to be like at the time. And Max Brown, he unlisted his video. So like, even if the points were correct, the general public just wasn't aware of this until me and Brandon responded to it. And that's just a crucial mistake on Mr. Brown's part. He really could have done better. And if I was in his situation, I would have, weaseled out of the situation pretty well. And he really didn't do a great job. Now, number 5, mine and Brandon's rebuttals. Sorry,
And these are some of like the best videos you'll probably find here on YouTube of the whole entire Max Brown juncture. So we'll just quickly break these down. So I responded to Max Brown beef down here with this 1-hour video, just basically going over everything that was fake, or like basically everything that Evil Max was trying to get us out on. I'm exposed to not be true. This is also the same exact video, but here's Rich's response and take on things, which Rich also did a great job. And on top of that, Rich added a bonus juncture by exposing the Jesus Lizardo video being AI, which, by the way, you would think, okay, well, how would his name be Jesus if it says Jesus in the title? Yeah, I mean, Evil Max is just really, like, diabolical like that, to the point where he will use biblical figures just to, try and improve his click rate ratio. So, yeah. It's sad to see, but Good Max, he would do whatever he could to try and stop it, but Good Max has obviously been struggling. I'm just glad that we came along to, really try and, like, take down Good Max. Or not Good Max, I'm so sorry, Evil Max. So, how, like, there's Hulk and Red Hulk? Red Hulk is Evil Max, Hulk is Max. That's how it is, basically.
Of course, my 40-minute bomb that you've, of course, watched. And if you haven't watched, you gotta watch it right now. Because it's just insane, right? And, of course, my, Jesus Lizardo video. Proving that was AI, even though explicitly in this video, or in his video, he said it wasn't, but... just clear lies from Max Brown. Of course, Brandon's 1-hour video, with, some great points. And number 4, he's getting mauled. He's getting, I need to re-say that, because I did not.
Yeah, so, so basically what happened is, Max did... This whole entire Max thing actually did end up spreading across the globe, like to the West Coast and the East Coast. So the general public and the police know of what Max has done, and as a result of that, a lot of people, the general public is, going after Evil Max. The police is trying to arrest Evil Max, so they're trying to, save Good Max. And like I said, this just goes back to, like, how important the brain games are. If we all do the brain games dance tomorrow, we can save Good Max and get rid of Evil Max for good.
I do that justice. He's getting mauled by the general public and the police, right? Like, this is a real picture, by the way. This is a real picture I took of him,
And Rich would be correct about this. This is an actual real picture. If you need any proof, do a Google search, and this will be the first thing that comes up.
I saw him on the street, said, "Oh my God, Max Brown is right there." And then, all of a sudden, these SWAT teams and cops upon cops are chasing them, telling them to freeze, get down, pull over. It was an intense situation. I was not ready for that, I just saw my enemy in the general public, and he just got absolutely destroyed. And, you know, of course, as I've said, you know, two women came up to him and said, you know, you're exposed, and you know, the general.
Yeah, and like, just shout out to those girls, because to have the courage to, you know, go up to like somebody who fakes videos and tell them that he's exposed, that takes a lot of courage. So those were two incredibly brave girls to go ahead and do that, and I'm so glad that we have people like that who are willing to take the initiative to, you know, stand up for what's right in this world, because, you know, we can't be having like evil like running around like this on the streets. We need strong people who are not afraid to back down, and those, like I said, those two girls, like, we just commemorate them for their services. If you guys are watching this video, you made an incredible impact to really just helping out with this whole entire Max situation. Thank you for your services.
Public's behind me. The general public against him. The police are against him. Just everybody in
even today when Mr. Finnegan did that Eagles chant, that literally was a symbolization of Mr. Finnegan saying, "Evil Max, show your face, we are not afraid of you." Mr. Finnegan, he put his heart and soul into that message, and it was for the Eagles, but also it had a double meaning, which was to expose Evil Max and let him know what's up. And Evil Max was probably shaking in his boots, you know, sweat dripping down him. And, you know, because I would be scared too if, you know, somebody got up like that. And by the way, just shout out to Mr. Finnegan for having, like, absolutely an insane amount of aura. His LinkedIn will be, you know, posted in the comment section down below, because he's just a great person, and you really need his, like, services if you're trying to, you know, start something incredible.
Think of is against him, except for that one Roblox guy that commented on his videos that he supported him. The guy's a fucking idiot, by the way. Number 3, he's been running from us, you know.
Yep. This is real. And, you know, there's nothing here that, you know, says different. The truth of the matter is Max is unfortunately running from us. It's not good Max who's running from us, it's Evil Max. Evil Max is in control. We have to help good Max. He's been fighting, and I know that he can break out. He just needs the assistance of more people to stand up against Evil Max and put Evil Max behind bars. Which is what we're trying to do.
Clearly running from us, you know. You know, every time we try to confront him, you know, he just runs away. Like, it's really reminiscent of, you know, what he did in this picture, right? You know, and, you know, I would have at least a little more ounce of respect of him if he at least talked to us and, you know, was honest about his evil doings, even if he wasn't sorry for it, you know? I would have a little more of a modicum of respect for him, but, you know, it just doesn't happen. And, you know, number 2, just his behavior in general.
Yeah, and this just goes back to what I was saying. Evil Max's behavior is just diabolical, disrespectful, and honestly, like, the way Evil Max behaves makes me feel sick to my stomach. And it's not the good type of sick, it's like the bad type of sick. Like, not even a toilet bowl could handle the amount of sickness I have for Evil Max's behavior. And it's unfortunate, because good Max should be the Max we get to see, but instead we have to see Evil Max, because Evil Max has he's just been bullying good Max, and he's really been just trolling him. And good Max deserves, you know, to be freed. So, if you guys could go in the comment section below on this video once it's posted, and put hashtag #FreeGoodMax, as I really feel like that's gonna, you know, spread awareness for hashtag Save Max Month.
Right, you know, I don't think I have to go too in depth for this one, but, you know, he just has done awful things, you know, and as you can see here, this is another real photo, believe it or not, that I took.
Rich is correct. If you look this video up also on Google, this will be the first one that comes out.
So, you know, I get the scoop, you know, I get a lot of inside things a lot of people otherwise wouldn't, right? And, you know, it's a real
Rich is also correct about this, too. He does get the inside scoop.
picture I took of him doing some despicable acts. And he's done... I doubt that we know everything he's done, right? I honestly doubt that we know everything this man has done, you know? He's probably done things, you know, in the comfort of his own home that are way worse than any of the things me or Brandon accuse him of. And by accuse, I mean...
Yes, and once again, I agree with everything that Rich is saying here. Let me go ahead and turn on closed captions for you guys, just so you know you guys can see a little bit better here.
Awesome for doing because he did it, right? And number one, right? This you guys have no idea about yet. It's a very big thing, right? You'll be very surprised. You won't believe what he did. It's not anything. Surprisingly enough, he didn't do anything that's like too like despicable or anything. It wasn't like he looks like something bad. Even though he does that all the time, but it just.
Okay. My heart was really pounding out my chest right there. I really thought Max had really went over the limit this time, but it seems like that we're not in for too bad of a surprise, but it's also going to be a surprise.
It's proof that we won, right? Now, number one. He deleted his response video. And if you think I'm lying...
Oh, this. Yes, this was really just... This was the efforts of Good Max, which a lot of people don't know, is that Evil Max didn't delete this video because, well, he knew that he lost, but he didn't delete the video because, you know, he was still, you know, Evil Max, he likes to try and have R, and he knew if he deleted the video, he would lose R. Good Max deleted the video, so even he's helping out, aiding and taking down Evil Max, which is just absolutely massive, like the low taper fade.
Fine, right? If you think I'm a liar, pants on fire, then...
Which I can assure you, Rich, I would never think that about you. I think you are one of the most, if not the most trustable person I know here on the YouTube platform, and I've been around since the first ever video was posted on YouTube titled Me at the Zoo. I was actually in that video, I was the cameraman, so yeah, like and subscribe for Me at the Zoo.
You know, let's look at this email. You know, as you remember...
And by the way, we will actually be taking a look at that video because, and I know this is going to be surprising because nobody knows about this besides me. Me at the Zoo actually predicted the Max beef, and that video was like 16 years ago.
You know, of course, you know, his little cute little message to me, and of course, you know, my little you know, rebukal of that, you know. Of course, his video here that if you could look at the my 40-minute bomb, it's the same link, it's the same account, same amount of everything. Dan Silva is still got sent to him, even though.
It really just goes back to show Dan Silva really was and is the greatest, you know, one of the greatest Archbishop Ryan commentators of all time. If you don't know the story behind Dan Silva was notoriously known for being able to just destroy any beef. Dan Silva had a special ability where if Dan Silva jumped, the beef would be completely destroyed. Dan Silva's ability to jump and cause the most powerful things of all time is just absolutely incredible. And Dan Silva, if you're watching this, let's play Fortnite sometime because I need to see your jumping capabilities again.
His account's been deactivated because he left school, but you know, and if you go click on it, right? Click on it, yep. Video isn't available, it's been removed by the uploader. And now, let's do that one more time to make sure you guys see the tabs. And, yep, removed by the uploader.
And this is just really, you know, it's a good thing to see that Good Max, you know, was really able to help us out here. And yeah, I know a lot of people did not know that there was a Good Max. They just thought Max was 100% evil, but no, there is a Good Max. That is what the split personality You know, it's not even a theory, like, it's a real thing now, so that's what I would like to, you know, basically say.
Oh, shit. Did I mean... Hold on. Very interesting video there, guys. Whoops. Anyway. Whoops. Alright. Now, you know, of course, I've covered why he's losing. We all know why he's losing. There's no debate, right? But, you know, I'm talking directly to Max here. Max, there's still one way for you to win. There's only one way to win this beef. And honestly, I don't think you can do it, right? I don't believe it. Because there is one way.
Very interesting part of the juncture right here.
Max Brown, I officially challenge you to a boxing match, right? A boxing match, you know, just like Jake Paul used to do, right? Just like KSI used to do, just like Logan Paul used to do, you know,
That right there was quite... I mean, that's worthy of 5 big booms. So let's go ahead and get 5 big booms. Boom! 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 5 big booms for, you know, Rich having the courage to even say that. Now, I'm not one who condones violence, but at the same time, I'm not really one who can also, you know, control what happens. And you know what, this might be really, if the brain games thing doesn't work, then this might be the only way to save Max from his evil counterpart.
some true boxing legends here. You know, I officially challenging you to a boxing match, and you better get ready, cause I'm gonna sting like a butterfly and float like a bee, you know.
And I really like Rich's, you know, connotation right there. Like, I like the terminology that he used. It's just really beautiful, bringing up butterflies and bees. You know, it makes you feel very like welcomed, but also it makes you. It shows that he's a very agile but powerful fighter here in the YouTube beef.
You know, just as a little diagram here. Just a little diagram here, you know. This is, you know, me in the ring, right? In a hypothetical situation where, you know, this match.
And you know what? I 100% can rally behind this. I really do believe that this is something that you could really see here. You know, you got two absolute legends, Mike Tyson and Beetlejuice. And, you know, they're both known for, you know, their great achievements. You know, Beetlejuice is definitely somebody I look up to because, you know, if you watch Beetlejuice, you know that the only way to spell red is LSTER. Anyways, let's just get back to this. So, Mike Tyson, you know, definitely a champion, just a great guy. Wow. Mike Tyson is such a great guy.
Match just actually happened. He doesn't just run away, which, let's be honest, that's what's gonna happen. You know, this is how I'd be. This is how Max would be. Not even a contest. In fact, he probably should. He probably shouldn't accept, because it might even tarnish his legacy even more than it's already meant, right? And thank you for watching. You know.
Hey, howdy, Rich. If you're watching my video, just want to say you're welcome for watching, and I do agree. Max does need to watch out. Evil Max needs to watch out. Good Max, when you watch this video, I want to let you know that you will be saved.
Max, you better watch out. I'm gonna continue watching my Verbal video, and I think that's about all I have to say. You know, Max Brown, you better accept. You're ducking me, buddy. Goodbye.
And thank you, Rich, for making this video. This really came at a perfect time, I would say. Now, another video, you know, from Rich. This is the first installment in the Max Brown series. But we're not done just yet. Like I told you guys, I already explained to you the whole entire Jalen Hurts thing, but there is some other stuff. So this is pretty crazy because the literal mayor, the mayor of Philadelphia, responded to the Max Brown beef. We have Adam West. And, you know, this is definitely one really great Adam West. Not the one I was thinking of. But, yeah. So, Adam West from Family Guy responded to the Max Brown beef. Basically, what Adam West said here is, and, you know, I'll try my best to see if I can, you know, do his voice, because, you know, it's been a little bit. But basically, you know, Adam West was like, yeah, well, you know, Max here, what he was kind of doing was really, really interesting, and just not the best thing of all time. Even what's crazy is actually Stewie from Family Guy also responded too. And what Stewie had to say in this message, and, you know, I'll try and do Stewie's exact words as well, because I'm not, you know, the best with it. But he was, this is what Stewie basically said. This is the sum of it. Who the devil does Max think he is to post all these fake AI videos? I'll get that chump. So, that came from Stewie, and, yeah, you know, it's just, I'm a fan, but probably a little harsh, but, you know, he's kind of known for that, and, oh, you can't forget about this. So, Alex Boehm's Twitter post, yeah, so Alex Boehm, basically what Alex Boehm said is, Alex Boehm said he doesn't enjoy having his name tossed around like that, and, you know, be put into, like, fake videos and stuff like that. So Alex Boehm was really angry, and that's just not even a good thing. And, I mean, look at just how silly Wikipedia is. They spelled Alex Boehm wrong. I don't know how it even happens, but, you know, that's okay. And as you saw in my last video, Kanye West was involved actually in, you know, dealing with Max, as he did clear Max's verse off of Prodigal Son, which we went over in my last juncture. Yeah, I mean, even Kanye West, you know, just Evil Max. There's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of losing here, and it's not good Max. Evil Max. Good Max, you're in a good spot. Evil Max, you were in a bad spot, and yeah, I mean, kids definitely do see ghosts. Thank you, Kanye West and Kid Cudi, because, you know, they really do see ghosts sometimes. And the last person I should talk about is Trey Turner. Was also not too thrilled about Max, Evil Max. Once again, let me just, you know, get that into your guys' head, because I just want to make sure that you guys are okay. Well, what I mean is, I don't want you guys to, you know, get the wrong idea that good Max is evil, because there's only one evil Max, and it's Evil Max. But Trey Turner was not too thrilled about Max saying that, you know, he hit 2 bombs, because he hit 2 baseballs, not 2 bombs, which could, you know, kill people. And that's what made Trey Turner not very happy, and also made him against Max. But without further ado, I would basically say I think this is about it. I think we've really covered, you know, everything that we really just had to go over for today's video. And Minecraft X Sonic official add-on trailer. That would definitely be my next video. We're gonna be going over how Sonic ended up jumping in on the beef of exposing Max. So expect that video to be coming very soon. And yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna wrap it up here. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. See y'all next time. Goodbye, guys.